All right, welcome back, good people. This starts another week of my 5 videos that I create every week for you guys on my journey to 200 videos. This week, I'm not going to tell you how many videos I've created thus far because that would mean that I would have to position something else along the way that I don't want to do. But what I will share with you is this. This week I did some studying on health and disorders and fear, stuff like that, because those things are very important if you thinking about starting a business or kind of doing something different, maybe even writing a book or going back to college, whatever it is that you find difficult or maybe kind of uncharted area or territory for you. We often equate that to danger or fear or uncertainty, right? Which all those should come into play because there are things that you don't know as you decide to go down that path, right? But there'll be things that you'll learn that people who never go that way will never know, other than what someone says. You can't really tell how you're going to react a lot of times until you're in a certain situation. And sometimes we'll stop ourselves from progressing because of the fear of the unknown, right? And if you fear success, which many people fear success because people just like I know who are very, very talented, very qualified, if you will, but they will get to a level and then they will stop. And watching them, you'll say, I thought Larry was gonna, go all the way to the top, but not realizing that it wasn't the system that was stopping Larry. It was actually Larry, because there are things that you're going to have to overcome, just period. You're going to have to overcome. One of those things for me was speaking in public. I had a fear of speaking in public, and I didn't know. So once I started doing it, I would get these anxieties, right? I was like, why am I feeling like this? I'm just sweating. I can't control, where my mind is going, this and that. And it was basically because I had a fear of that. And I knew what I wanted to do in life required me to speak in public. So I had to figure a way to kind of overcome that, right? So what was that for me? Doing this right here, getting in front of this camera and doing videos. I've done 50 videos in 50 days, 90 videos in 90 days. And this, is 200 videos in 365 days. So I no longer have the same fear that I did before, but it's still there. It's still lingering in the back, just like it would be for you, whatever that fear is for you. Maybe you don't have a fear of speaking in public. Maybe your fear is something else, right? And one of the things I was discussing with someone this week is that two things we all have. We all have a fear of something, and we all have a habit of something that we do. And I think being able to stop that habit is oftentimes a lot easier than overcoming the fear of what we have, right? Because I've always been taught as I was on my entrepreneurial journey that everything you want and desire is right on the other side of what you fear. And that always plays in my head when I get in front of an audience because I want to be successful, not for the money and the fame and all that. That's a byproduct. I want to be able to reach people, and I want to be effective at what I do. And that's what I work on constantly. So I also know this about life. If you have a direction that you're going and a position that you're trying to attain or place you're trying to get, if you don't stop, you'll get there. I am a firm believer of that. Now, it may take time. And as I indicated earlier, the reason it will take more time in a lot of cases is that when situations present themselves, what you will do is have a tendency to stop. You put the brakes on. You won't go, through the door. You'll stand right there and look inside and say, I should be doing that. I really, that's what I want to do. But if you don't have it in you to continue and put fear to the side, let fear be there, but don't let that control you. Let fear be in the car, but you're driving the car, right? So as long as that's the case, you'll overcome that. And through trial and error or repetition, you'll get better. That's how it works. That is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's only through that that you become who you become. It's not just thinking about it or wishing for it or hoping for it. No, that's not how you get it. How you get it is taking action, putting the fear of whatever it is that you fear on the back burner and say, I understand, yeah, I'm nervous, I'm really, really nervous, I know that. I'm going to continue on anyway. And live with the results, right? What are the results going to be? What would the results be if you didn't do anything? You already know that, right? So it can't be worse than that. Because one of the things that it will do is allow you to say in your mind that I did it. Right. Well, yeah, I was nervous. I did this and I did that. I made a mistake here, made a mistake there. But I did it. I went through it. And I will do it again and again and again. And as you continue to have that mindset and understanding about how difficult it was for you to go from where you were to where you are now, you'll know and believe in yourself that you can get even farther. What else can I do? It's like when I wrote my first book, what came to my mind was, wow, I'm successful now. Not, that's not how it works. That's only one book. And I didn't know anything about marketing. So if you don't market, you can't get your book in front of people. If you can't get your book in front of people, then they can't buy it. They don't get the opportunity to see it. So that's how that works, right? So you got to keep in mind how things work in your area of expertise. You have to know all that so that you can make all that something that you're an expert on, right? You have to understand, if you want to learn how to help someone start a business, you need to know what it takes to start a business. It only makes sense, right? All right, listen, I'm not going to take a lot of time on these videos this week because I got some really good stuff about health that's not really my area of expertise. But as I was doing research, I wanted to share it with you guys because I know somewhere along this path, somebody or someone will be affected, right? So mental illness and all that, mental disorders, that's real. That is real. So I just wanted to touch base on that with you guys this week a little bit. So like these videos, comment on these videos, and I'll see you on the next video.